This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday, Jason Walker Show. Hope you got your sidewalk shoveled off today. Got a little bit of snow in Helena last night and across the state. For complete weather updates, twice an hour, you can go to Continental Divide Radio. Check it out, jasonwalkermedia.com. It's on Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play Continental Divide Radio. And also at the Apple Store, download the app. Big show coming up today, as always. Tyler Patrick, Townsend boys coach, will join us. We'll talk to East Helena girls coach Carson Bender as well. Get you set for the weekend. Some basketball tonight. Basketball tomorrow, crosstown on SWX, Helena High at Capitol. I'll be there on the call with Jack Marshall. Looking forward to both of those games. And it's going to be a good time this weekend. Cats, Grizz playing as well down in Bozeman on the hoop side of things. You can watch on Facebook, X, YouTube, Rumble, True Social. Listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, Spotify, iHeart Podcasts, Apple, Google, JasonWalkerShow.com, JasonWalkerMedia.com. And let's get rolling, shall we? Into the show. MHSA announcing its new Hall of Famers. And it's a pretty good list we'll get to here in a second. But we're going to start with Montana High School Association board meeting down in Bozeman on Monday. And the big news for me that came out, two things. One, they're adding an American Indian executive board member from a school that has at least a 50% Native student population, grades 9 through 12. That'll happen at the annual meeting in 25, and the first term begins in the fall of 2025. Here's the big news, though, that I think absolutely blows. And the board members, I'd like to know why they did this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. The concept of an all-native football conference voted down. Why? I mean, there was literally not a bad reason to do it that I saw anyway. It's similar to a program in South Dakota, a conference, and they voted it down. We'll reach out and try to get some distinction on why, but man, that's brutal. There are also new baseball divisions and playoff format for the upcoming spring season, 8-team state tournament coming up in mid-May. There's some realignment in 8-man, as well as basketball, track and field, and volleyball for districts 13 and 14C. Basically, they're going to become the 13C. Alberton, Charlotte, Drummond, Phillipsburg, Hot Springs, Lincoln, Knoxon, St. Regis, Sealy, Swan, Two Eagle River, Valley Christian, and Victor. And then St. Regis in 8-man has been a co-op with Mullen, Idaho, will be in the 11-team Western Division. But this, to not have an all-native conference, that's tough. We talked about it before when it was announced that they were going to look at this, but it works in South Dakota. You have your own state championships. The native teams want this because they're tired of getting beat. You know, they don't have the numbers for football. Basketball is sport on reservations, and it's not bad to say that. It's truth. And I mean, you're seeing teams lose 64-6 or worse. And to have an all-native conference would have been perfect in this state. Maybe they'll revisit it down the road, but this has to happen. I think it'd be fantastic. The walk-up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. They're veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. YourCustomLog.com. The MHSA yesterday announced its list of inductees into the Athletes Hall of Fame. Ari Gray, the head coach at Butte, former Bobcat. Lindsey Hall, Tuff Harris, Richard Kronbusch, Mark Mariani, McKenna Morley, and Luke Ziegler. So that Hall of Fame is at the Fortin Center at Rocky Mountain College. Ari Gray, Deer Lodge standout, 11-time letter winner. Lindsey Hall graduated in 2009 from Missoula Big Sky. Tremendous track and field athlete. Tuff Harris, we know about him. Great career. NFL career, also in the Montana Football Hall of Fame. Richard Kronbusch from Conrad, three-sport letterman in 1965, 66, and 67. Also participated in the East-West Shrine football game. Part of a State B basketball championship in 67, first-team All-State. And he's still the Conrad all-time season and career scoring leader. Oh, he was also pretty good at track. High hurdle champ, low hurdles. And started playing basketball at Nebraska and went to MSU at the end. Mark Mariani, 10-time letterman for Havre High. Undefeated state champs with Gary Wagner in tennis, juniors and seniors. 3-year starter at point guard. Pretty good on the football field, too. He had a decent career at Montana and in the NFL. McKenna Morley, Big Fork High, cross country, track and field, 13 state titles in track and field and cross country combined. And Luke Ziegler from Glasgow, 2012 graduated, all-state cross country and 3-time state placer in track. He was also the State B champion in 2012. Pretty good swimmer. Wrestler, was 175-5 on the mat, 93 consecutive wins as well, and the only 4-timer from Glasgow. Pretty good list. Went to University of Great Falls, North Idaho, and Chadron State for college. 175 overall wins on the wrestling mat and 136 career pins in high school. It's pretty good. That's really, really good. Let's see, what else? I think that was about it. As far as the big stuff, you've got Frontier Conference hoops tonight. You've got high school hoops tonight. And it's going to be a fun weekend of hoops as well. What else did I see? I think that was it. The Frontier schedule tonight. Western is at Tech. Carroll's at Rocky. Providence at Northern, men and women. Former Shields Valley and Charlo football coach Kevin Avison is back after more than 10 years. He's going to be in Huntley Project, the new football coach. He's been coaching in Huntley since 2016 and is going to be the new head man after Rick Dees. So, congratulations. All right. Did you get through the snow all right? It was a little snowy this morning when we woke up. Yeah. Going to be cold today and tonight. It's supposed to be warming back up into the 30s by the weekend. And maybe 40s next week. hear people outside shoveling. Somebody did my sidewalk with the snowblower, so that was nice. Still got to do my driveway today, but oh, man. Montana, that's why we love it. My daughter on the way to school today, she was the little one. She was telling me, she goes, Dad, I wish it didn't snow ever. I don't like the cold or the snow. And I'm like, yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to go skiing with Mom. Because her and Mom go skiing. Her and I go golfing in the summers. She goes, oh, yeah. But maybe if it didn't snow in Helena, it only snowed on the ski hill. I'm like, well, that's a great idea, sweetie. She is pretty intelligent for 5.5 years old. You'll see her today make a couple appearances on the show. With Mom out of town, she's been hanging out, helping me out in the morning with interviews and things like that. So you'll see her coming up when we talk to Carson Bender and Tyler Patrick. Tried to get a hold of Ty Ridgway today, boys coach at East Helena, and for the second Thursday in a row, he blew off the interview to go out and shovel his driveway for the family. Nice guy. Can't fault him. I just want to talk with him. It's been a while since we talked with the Ridge. I don't know if that's his nickname or not, but it's going to be moving forward. Yeah, we mentioned Crosstown tomorrow in Helena, doubleheader. Boys and girls are going to play the JVs first and then the varsities, and SWX will have both of those games. And I'll be on the call, Jack Marshall and I together. It'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to working with Jack. I've never worked with Jack. And then next Saturday, the 27th, I'll be at the PE Center doing Providence and Carroll. Got hockey coming up. Next Tuesday, I'll be in Hamilton with SWX. Hockey on the 3rd. Cat Grizz down in Bozeman, Haynes Pavilion. That'll be nice and cold. Oh, man. Barns are cold. The ice arena here in Helena. Great Falls is really cold up there, the Iceplex. They're called a barn for a reason. But I think animal barns are warmer than hockey barns. Seriously. So Nashville got like 6 inches of snow, and Miranda Lambert has 400-acre horse farm outside Nashville, and she was out feeding the horses yesterday and was a little cold. It was like 13, I think. I was like, oh, sweetheart. Come up to Montana. She should have been here last week when it was 30 below. But I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Let's see. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we're going to check in with Tyler Patrick, the head basketball coach for the boys down at Townsend. They got a game tonight at Whitehall. We'll get an update on that. And we'll check in with Carson Bender, the East Helena girls coach, a little bit later on. You have my mind is there somewhere. You have On This Day in History coming up as well. And no, these are not Texas hats I've been wearing the last couple of days. These are University of Tennessee hats. Lady Vols, baby. Pat Summitt, Brittany Jackson. I know they had some great players, and Brittany's not usually considered in that top class, but she was always my favorite. And she's been on the show a couple times. We'll get her back on again. She's just fun to chat with. From Cleveland, Tennessee. But she has nothing to do with Montana sports, but I just like talking with her. But she does have soaps. Her son has bath bombs, soaps that you can put in the bathtub. Remember last week we were talking to coaches about bathtubs. We are going to ask Coach Patrick if he is a Winnie the Pooh fan. Carson Bender, does he like Winnie the Pooh? It is National Winnie the Pooh Day. A.A. Milne, born on this date years and years ago, who wrote Winnie the Pooh. All right, quick break. We'll come back. Tyler Patrick will join us here in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. The opening segment, we call it the walk-up, and it is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. They are the absolute best, the premier log home. They're going to craft you a home that's going to last for generations, and they'll do it right, and they'll do it with the best and finest craftsmen available. They have over 50 years experience. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com, to get started today. Tyler Patrick when we come back here Thursday. Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a show strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
For more than 20 years, Off-the-Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off-the-Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off-the-Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off-the-Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Winters in Montana can be cold and snowy, so let Auto Concepts set up your vehicle with a remote starter system. A remote starter will get your car or truck warmed up on those cold Montana mornings before work or taking the kids to school. Auto Concepts is also the go-to place for everything to enhance your ride, from bumper guards to bed rugs and tonneau covers too. Let Auto Concepts make your commute or drive comfortable. Auto Concepts in Helena, the auto enhancement professionals.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Oh, this takes me back, all the way back to the days of the Bruce Harrelson, Doug Hashley, Jeff Epperly, Johnny Macklin, Brick Breeden Fieldhouse was still gold, yellow inside, old logos. This was their warm-up. They'd win, they'd play this. They'd do the little sweet George Brown from the Globetrotters during warm-ups. Oh. Dewey Kautzman, was he one of the guards as well? Yeah, this was some good stuff. Welcome back, Off-the-Wall Mancave. Here on a Thursday. Oh, nothing like a little cool in the gang. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Trying to figure out dinner tonight. I'm thinking Cafe Zydeco for dinner tonight with the little one. It's daddy-daughter date week. She had gymnastics last night with the wife out of town. We've got ballet tonight. So after school, we're taking her to ballet. She loves it. And she's told us she doesn't want to play sports. Doesn't ever want to play sports, she says. She just wants to be a vet doctor and an artist. And she's really, really loves the ballet and the gymnastics. So I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. She doesn't want to play sports. That's cool. My two oldest dabbled. My oldest daughter, she played volleyball, played a year or two of basketball over in western Montana, Stevensville and Florence. I think she was a cheerleader her last year. And then my son, he wrestled. He was a state champ in little guy wrestling in 7th grade. And then we moved to Helena and he didn't want to wrestle. I'm like, why? And he goes, it's a bigger team. I'm like, yeah, but you just beat all these guys. And he wrestled a year at Steve I. He played soccer for a year at Steve I. Then moved back to Helena and was on the football roster. Was 1 for 1, though, in extra points for varsity for Helena High and Tony Arnson. He kicked an extra point in Great Falls. Scored right after the Helena High scored right after halftime at Memorial Stadium. He got in to do the extra point, and I just happened to be on the air previewing a Carroll football the next day when he made the extra point, so I got to be on the call. It was kind of cool. That was a great moment, for sure. So, yeah, got a picture of it somewhere. But now he's living in Hawaii doing the Army thing. And that's another thing my daughter said today on the way to school. I wish we lived where my brother lives. I said, I know. She goes, because he has a beach. I'm like, yes, he does. And it's always nice there. I'm like, yes, it is. So she wants to move to Hawaii now, which is cool with me. I'd rather move to Phoenix. That's where I'd love to live. And I've already got it set up. Remember a couple years ago, it's been about 4 years ago now, but Haley Ostrom, who's a great Instagram follow and pretty good golfer, she was on the show, and she said she'd be the little one's personal coach. And I'm like, well, perfect. I'll be your caddy. You be your coach. Wife can be the business manager. It's all set. It's all set. Just move down to Scottsdale. I've got an aunt that lives down there. Mary Ann, my favorite aunt of all time. But, oh, wife won't move to warmer climes. She likes the cold and snow. Last weekend, we're driving around town on Sunday, and she goes, isn't it just so pretty, though? I'm like, yes, the snow is pretty. It's the cold. And then it's moronic drivers. I saw 2 cars in the ditch from our house to her school, the little one's school today. And it goes back to what I asked you on Tuesday or yesterday. Who has the worst drivers? It doesn't matter if it's bad roads, dry roads, whatever. I think Helena wins. Missoula's up there, though. Pretty good drivers in Townsend, I hear, including the boys' basketball coach. He drives every day from Helena to Townsend. And he joins us in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. Talk about last week and tonight's games. He is the head coach of the Bulldog Boys, Tyler Patrick, here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach. Once again, he is out and about driving from his apartment to work. How are the roads?
They are snow-covered today, Jason. All the skiers across Montana their prayers have been answered, that's for sure, because we got a lot of snow.
Yes, we did, and it's going to be cold again today, which is not fun.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's part of why we love this great state.
Oh yeah, and it's always a part of basketball season.
That is true.
Games rescheduled, clinching the side of your seat on the basketball bus. It's all part of it.
How were the roads last week on the way to Jefferson?
The roads there were actually pretty good. On the way back, that Elk Park stretch is always pretty sketchy. So, but we've got a really good bus driver, so like we really weren't that worried because we know he'll always get us back safe.
You know, that was the thing when I was doing games for Carroll and basketball. I always rode the team buses, and it was great because, I mean, I like to drive because I feel like I'm more in control. But with a bus, I was like, you know what? He's going over lookout. I can just sit back, watch the movie on the screens, and it's up to him. I mean, I just, you know, I felt comfortable because like he knows what he's doing. I hope.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take me through the Jefferson game last week.
Oh, that was a fun one. You know, we came out pretty hot right off the get-go. You know, I thought we had a fairly good game plan going into it, and the boys seemed to really buy in at practice. They understood, you know, why the things we were doing defensively against them. And then offensively, you know, I kind of just did what I talked about last Thursday, where I just kind of stopped, not micromanaging, but stopped, you know, just made my point guards really see the floor, call out the plays they liked. You know, they were kind of a little too reliant on me to call every single play up and down the court. Well, I think, you know, it's slowing our offense down. So they just kind of, you know, we said, hey, run these first 3 minutes, run these 3 plays on what you guys are seeing out there and run it hard. And they did. And they came out scoring like maniacs. Sawyer Horn had the game of his life. He's probably one of the best high school football players that I've ever seen when it comes to like the linebacker position. And he's finally turned into a basketball player. His dad, Joe Horn, he's probably mad at me now because he's actually scored 25 points in the game. I think he scored the first 8 of our 10 points.
Nice. And
he was just electric. You know, last year I really used him as a defensive specialist. You know, the baseline on our 1-3-1, or if we had someone who was really fast, I put him on there because he's probably the best one-on-one defender I've ever gone up against. I hate going up against him in practice. You know, if I'm showing him a move on somebody, walking through things, and he's guarding them going, oh, great. But now he's got the offense to back up his game too, and he's dangerous. So I was really proud of him in that game. He was making threes, and he just takes it to the hole hard, and he's got such a nice touch off the glass. So then we had Tavin Anderson, our freshman. I think he scored 18 that game. Ryden scored 21, I think. And so it was a nice game that went back and forth, and Jefferson was shooting like crazy. We knew that kind of where they were going to have to beat us was the three-point line, and did that.
Tyler Patrick joining us. He's the Townsend boys basketball coach. You know, you bring up Sawyer Horn, and it's funny because during the football season, Kyle Mahelish of Capital said that Guy Almquist kid Dylan might be a better football player than basketball player. Don't tell Joe Horn that.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's the better athlete, Sawyer or Joe?
Well, I work with Joe, so I better say Joe. I never watched Joe, but just his mentality about everything, it just makes you want to run through a brick wall. He'll just be talking about, you know, an email he got and what he's going to do with a situation school related, and I was pumped up for what he was going to do. I mean, he's so motivational and intense and supportive all in one go. He's probably the perfect coach, to be honest, just with everything he does. It's so good for high school boys, high school sports. And he's such a nice guy too. You know, usually you get like an intense coach and you see him at school, you're like, oh God, I don't want to see him in the hall. But, you know, he just does such a good job with the boys and keeping them motivated. So yeah, I'm going to say Joe, just based on the fact that, you know, I've got a lot of respect for him.
Sure, absolutely. We all do. He's plus when he can still kick your butt. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
What's coming up this weekend for my Townsend boys?
Tonight we have the Whitehall Trojans, and then we play Sheridan on Saturday.
Both at home or on the road?
Both away.
Uh-oh.
We've been I think we have one home game this month, and it was that Lone Peak game. So we are rodeo road tripping it right now.
You got to love that, though.
Oh, yeah. Part of the grind.
Good team bonding.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, I wanted to ask.
We definitely had a. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Well, no, I was just going to say last week the Capital girls had an unexpected overnight trip to Missoula after their game. They ended up having to stay because of the roads. How would you have handled the situation? Because you've got 40 girls that don't have, or 40 members of a basketball team that don't have, fresh clothes, saline, toothpaste, toothbrush, any of that stuff. How would you have handled it?
Oh, geez. I guess safety always comes first, so you can kind of put those other things on the back burner if it's your players and students' lives on the line. You always gotta grind it out if you have to do that. I guess hotels usually have some of them have the little shop area where you can get some toothpaste, deodorant, body wash. I mean, they'd be sold out within the first 10 people, but at least those 10 people would get something. But yeah, as long as we're safe, I really don't care. I mean, we stop at a gas station on the way out of town. But against Jefferson, I was like, let's just get home. Got some flack for that from the guys. But then I told them that the hungry dog always wins, so we need to stay hungry.
Oh, love it. That would, yeah. You seem like an old school soul for a young guy as far as coaching. I love it.
I probably get that from some of my previous coaches and my dad.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So last week we were talking about ice baths. Did you hear from your boy Harrison Falk?
Oh, yeah. He just said thanks for the shout out. So, he's always down for anything.
I know.
So, for sure. I mean, once again, you should have a certain amount of respect for some guys that just bring that energy, and he's one of them.
He is.
You just got to respect it. He's electric.
Oh, my gosh. I know. And the Electric City. I thought about that last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, safe travels to school and safe travels to Whitehall tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, for sure.
The roads are not going to be great, and it's going to be cold. So get a blanket, have fun, and get a win.
Will do. Awesome.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time as always, and we'll chat next week.
Sounds good. Thanks a bunch, Jason.
That is Tyler Patrick, Townsend boys coach, joining us off the Wall Mancave. Jason Walker Show. He's so fun to chat with. You forget how young he is because he does sound like he's been around for 40 years. Mustache makes him look like he's 16, but he's such a good dude, though. Good luck to the Bulldogs over in Whitehall tonight and at Sheridan this weekend. And then, the girls, too, are in action. Speaking of which, I haven't mentioned this yet. I got a Christmas present from Townsend girls coach David Lawson. Little Bulldog basketball jersey, practice jersey. And then we got this. How about this? The Bulldog mascot head. It's an old one. How about that? My wife's like, you should do an entire show with the Bulldog on. And I'm like, I can't. She put this on and scared the hell out of our puppy. But, yeah, the old Bulldog. I don't want to put my head in there, I don't think. So, yeah. We'll get that up here in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. And get it displayed. All right, this segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. When we come back, we'll check in East Helena girls coach Carson Bender. The Vigilante Girls are at home this weekend. We'll talk to him about that coming up right here. Jason Walker Show. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Winters in Montana can be cold and snowy, so let Auto Concepts set up your vehicle with a remote starter system. A remote starter will get your car or truck warmed up on those cold Montana mornings before work or taking the kids to school. Auto Concepts is also the go-to place for everything to enhance your ride, from bumper guards to bed rugs and tonneau covers too. Let Auto Concepts make your commute or drive comfortable. Auto Concepts in Helena, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
For more than 20 years, Off-the-Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off-the-Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off-the-Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off-the-Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
What do you think of when you hear the song? Great movie, Deliverance. Oh. It's such a great song, too. Yeah. When you're floating, you think about this song? Oh, good stuff. I just listen to this song, man. It's about to get real jamming here in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. There we go. Now we got it. Rolling. What a great song. All right. This segment brought to you by Copper Club Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly. Float a river responsibly as well. It is time to check in just down the road at East Helena. Our girls basketball coach for the Vigilantes, his name is Carson Bender, and he joins us now. Jason Walker Show. Well, you have a long break for Christmas, you get back to work, and then all of a sudden, no games because of weather. Welcome to Montana, Coach. How are you?
I'm good, Jason. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's just crazy to me. I mean, winter sports in Montana, and it is what it is, right? But how disappointing was it not to go down and play two really good teams last weekend?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. Definitely understand the choice for not wanting to be stuck on a bus if it broke down being that cold. But yeah, we've had a lot of practices lately without many games, so that starts to wear on everybody a little bit. Yep.
It is definitely a little on the crazy side for sure. These games have to be made up now, so it kind of is not a really good thing when it all comes down to it, because you might be ended up playing a bunch of games here come February.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's actually, I think the reschedule was the last week of January, so it's like in a 2-week span, I believe we're going to play 7 games or 8 games or something. Yeah. 3 games in 1 week, 4 games the next week. So yeah, it's a lot of, the rescheduling, it sounds great, it's easy or whatever, but they got to be made up, and they got to be made up before tournament time, and it starts to cram things in pretty tight. So
yes, it does. How do you approach that? Because I mean, the girls are the girls. They're going to, show up and play where they're told to, but at the end of the day, I mean, you've got to still keep them kind of positive and keep things, fresh, and try to keep them fresh mentally, let alone physically.
Yeah. At least with the cancellation, that was disappointing, for them, but I just, pulled the captains together and kind of laid out the schedule for them and just said, here's what we got. And we got to make something out of it. We got to find a way to, get a positive out of it. And then, as the games go forward, I mean, who knows, coaches all have different theories on different things, but in a way, I feel like we have such a young team and a new group playing together that I, in some ways, I think we just need to play some games together. Yeah. And I think I'm looking at it that it hopefully will benefit us.
Yeah, it definitely could
start clicking. Yeah.
Especially, because you guys might get on a roll in reality, and it could be a real big positive as you head into divisionals for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're talking with East Helena girls coach Carson Bender, Jason Walker Show. Supposed to be on the road again this week at Livingston, and then home, right? For the first time in quite some time on Saturday.
Yeah.
Take me through Livingston.
Livingston's they've been improving a lot. They look like a tough team. They got a couple of they've got a bunch of nice players, athletic players. They get after it. They do a lot of different looks. They're going to go from man to a half court 1-2-2 to a full court 1-2-1-1, and they're not afraid to let shots fly, and they hustle around, and it'll be a good conference game for us. That's for sure. And then turn around the next day and play Billings Central, who's arguably the best team in Class A. So,
right. Yeah.
Yep.
And when you look at it, it's a span of, you're going to have 3 games in about 5 days coming up. And that's not because of the weather. That's just the way the schedule is. But you guys get a game against Jefferson, a Class B team that's very, very good next Tuesday at home. Why this game, and how did it all come together?
I think Jefferson wanted to play us. I think there was a few different reasons, but they're close. They're right down the road. It's an easy, rather than scheduling a far away. I mean, everybody's so far away. So it's a nice game to fill in close. They're always really good. Or they've been a very successful girls basketball team for the last few years, and that's I'm just kind of on my end of things. It's like I would like us to play really good competition, and they wanted to play, and So we talked to the ADs, and it's like, yeah, let's play the game. It's a great one for us. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I might actually have to. I'll be in Hamilton that night. Dang. Yeah, 23rd. I got to go to Hamilton to call Hamilton games.
Oh, okay.
SWX. So
there you go.
I won't be there. Maybe Saturday, if it's nice. Yeah. I can get out. You were out shoveling today. How many inches did we get approximately?
Oh man, I never know. And at my house, I feel like the snow blows so much. So I'm like, in parts, it's like, we only got like 4 inches. And then I get to the other end of the driveway and it's like, we got over a foot, And then whatever I shovel off just blows right back on. And then it just becomes, I don't know. It's a fun game to play.
So do you shovel or snow blow?
I'm shoveling. I'm really, really thinking about getting a snowblower after these last couple of years. I always go back and forth on that one. It's like, I get one and I'm only going to use it twice. And then, then like last year, I could have used it, I don't know how many days. Yep. So who knows? Yeah.
Well, we did that. My wife did that in, I think it was 2017. And it was like the day after Christmas, and we were supposed to get dumped on, and we did. And she goes, "We're going to buy a snowblower." And I'm like, I am not going to argue with you. So whatever you can do to make my life easier, I will definitely take. And then everybody in our neighborhood got them. So what's nice about them is, we'll get each other sidewalks and driveways occasionally. So like last week, I didn't leave the house because it was so cold. I didn't even step foot into my driveway, and my neighbor got the sidewalk. So I was like, thank you. So now I got to repay him and go get his sidewalk later today, probably.
Yeah. That's great though. That's good. Neighbors helping neighbors. Yeah,
exactly. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of tough to keep talking when we don't have any games to talk about that you guys played. But I will do this. It is National Thesaurus Day today. And it is also National Winnie the Pooh Day today. Are you a Winnie the Pooh fan?
Oh, yeah, my kids are, or they were. Yeah. I mean, sure. I don't know who. There's not many people haven't grown up with Winnie the Pooh at this point. So,
right. Favorite character on Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with Eeyore. It just cracks me up a little bit. I mean, he cracks me up a little bit. It's just he's just funny to me.
Well. So. Eeyore's kind of the Debbie Downer of the show. I mean, just always negative.
I know, but I mean, it's like, yeah, but Winnie the Pooh's so positive. Everyone else is so positive. Eeyore is just kind of, I mean, his ability to turn things into negatives for some reason is funny to me, but maybe that says something not very good about me. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I just root for him because nobody likes him. So I'm trying to root for the underdog. He's a good guy.
The one I couldn't stand was Tigger. I just never got into Tigger.
Yeah. Too much. It's too much.
Yeah. Especially early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like having a toddler is enough, but then when you got Winnie the Pooh on in the background and Tigger, it's like, come on, I just want to give you breakfast, dog.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, good luck this weekend. It'll be nice to get home, I'm sure. Not that you've been gone, but it'll be nice to play some games.
Yeah.
And a chance to pick up a win on Friday and make some noise on Saturday. I like that.
Yep.
All right, Coach. Well, enjoy the day, enjoy the shoveling, and if you get bored, I'll send you over to my house. You can come over and I'll let you use the snowblower.
Yeah. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Coach. Talk to you later. That is Carson Bender, the head coach of East Helena High Girls, my vigilantes at East Helena. Oh, good luck this weekend. And man, and the boys don't get home until Tuesday for a game. So it'll be a long, I mean, they've had 9 straight, the boys, 6 straight for the girls on the road, and then finally home on Saturday. I think that game's at 4 at East Helena. So, man. Whitefish. Man, you got a feel for the boys and girls of Whitefish basketball. So they were supposed to play Tuesday, games that had been made up or rescheduled from the 6th against Browning, and there was like a water pipe issue. Well, and then the roads on Tuesday,
and the weather. Well, now tonight's games against Libby have been postponed because of weather. The boys were supposed to play in Libby. The girls were going to play in Whitefish. And these are conference games, and they'll need to be made up. But Whitefish has played just one game, both the boys and girls, this calendar year in 2024. And that was against Polson. Supposed to play Big Fork tomorrow in Whitefish. So, man, feel bad for those hoopsters. Wow, that's not good. Okay. We mentioned it is Winnie the Pooh Day, National Thesaurus Day. What's his name? Roger was born on this date. 1886, the modern field hockey was born. The formation of the Hockey Association in England. 1896, first college basketball game with 5 players on each side played at the University of Iowa. Student athletes from the University of Chicago were invited. Chicago beat Iowa 15-12. 1976, Super Bowl 10, Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Dallas Cowboys 21-17. Lynn Swann was the MVP. 1983, International Olympic Committee restored Jim Thorpe's Olympic medals from the pentathlon and decathlon victories from 70 years before, after they were taken away for being paid $25 for a semi-pro baseball game. 2022, Boston Bruins retired Willie O'Ree's number 22 jersey. It was the 64th. It is now the 66th anniversary of him becoming the NHL's first black player. Let's see. Kevin Costner, 69 today. He has aged well. And I have always liked Kevin Costner as an actor. I mean, great. Bull Durham, come on. Field of Dreams, obviously. For the Love of the Game, those are just baseball. But you think about, I mean, he was in The Big Chill. That was his acting debut. He played the dead body, the dead friend. I think I've seen that once. Was it Kevin Kline in there as well? What else? Costner, obviously Yellowstone. I'm anxious to see his new movie. It's going to be out in 3 parts, I think, starting this year. And then, I mean, he's just been in the Wyatt Earp classic. Now, if you took the best, I mean, Tombstone's the better movie about Wyatt Earp, but Wyatt Earp tells the whole story of Wyatt Earp's life. And Tombstone, Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, I mean, come on. Val Kilmer, so much better Doc Holliday than Dennis Quaid, but Dennis Quaid has a line as Doc Holliday in Wyatt Earp is fantastic when him and Wyatt Earp are sitting outside a bar, and Wyatt Earp had just got done shoving his head in the water to try to sober him up a little bit. And people are, oh, you know what I'm talking about. All of you, Rebel, yeah, paraphrasing. You're have to go back and watch it now, aren't you? It's a great movie. Let's see. That's about it for On This Day in History. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Walk-off, presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. And I'll be taking the little one there tonight. I think she'll be getting the fried catfish with the seasoned tater tots. I'll probably go with a po' boy. Probably have to do some beignets. That'll make the wife jealous. She loves the beignets. So I think Zydeco after ballet tonight is on the menu. You can also check out their pasta Zydeco. They have so many jambalaya. I mean, just unbelievable Cajun food. And support Cafe Zydeco. They've been supporters of the Jason Walker Show for a long, long time. And our first responders, our military, love Cafe Zydeco. Miss Lou and the gang over there, fantastic. Oh, we had a good week. Thanks to Brandon Day, Guy Almquist, Katie Garson-Forba, Ben Dudek, Tyler Patrick, Carson Bender. We'll do it again next week. Get some of those Jefferson coaches back on before big games next Tuesday. Jefferson at East Helena. It'll be fun. Hope you have a great week. Help your neighbor out. Shovel their driveway or sidewalk. Check on your neighbors this week, too. Have a great week. Thanks to our sponsors, our fantastic fans. We could not do this without you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Check out Continental Divide Radio, JasonWalkerMedia.com, and JasonWalkerShow.com. We'll see you back here next week. Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.